This is DYU's latest fat tire electric bike FF500. This e-bike features a step-through frame with removable battery, completely folding design that not only folds in the handlebar but also full body becomes half its size, features not only the front fork suspension but also a suspension seat post and a high performance motor with some very impressive specs. We have reviewed very small to mid-size e-bikes from DYU in the past, and this is the first larger size e-bike we are reviewing. Let's set this up and take it on a ride. Like all e-bikes these days, the package comes fully secured with lots of insulation inside to prevent damage. It will for sure take a while to remove everything from the packaging and cut those long zip ties. As I said earlier, lots and lots of foams to protect the bike. The hardware packages includes all the hardware needed to assemble this e-bike: the owner's manual, charger, pedals, and reflectors. Let's start with the front wheel installation. This is not a quick release, so requires a little bit more setup. First, undo the front fork bolt that came with the bike for shipping. You can loosen the nuts on both sides and the bolt comes off. Then remove the washer and the nut from the hub of the new wheel. Align the wheel with the fork and make sure you insert the disc through the brake pads. This allows you to put the bike on a kickstand. Now go ahead and secure the washer and the nut on both sides to secure the wheel. Make sure this is fully secured. You can use the tools they send you to further tighten those pieces. Next, secure the handlebar stem. You can simply insert the top handlebar stem piece into the bottom piece and clip the quick release lever. More foam removal for me. I went around and removed the rest of the shipping protection from all around the bike. Install the seat following a typical process. The fender installation also follows a typical process where you install the two support rods on the front fork and the top is held down with the front headlight. Insert the bolt that came with the kit through the headlight into the frame and through the fender bracket and secure it on the other side with the washer and the nut. The final assembly are the pedals. These pedals are clearly marked left and right and you just have to thread them in. You can use the wrench that came with the kit to secure them. Propelling this e-bike is a 500 watt rear hub motor that peaks at around 750 watt and allows you to go up to 15-degree hills. This is a 12% grade where we have tested other e-bikes in the past, and the DYU FF500 held at a constant 13 miles per hour and didn't feel sluggish while doing so. This was just with full throttle and no pedaling. Typically a 500 watt motor gets around 10 miles per hour. Here is the 10% grade, and this bike held at around 17 miles per hour, which is rather impressive for a 500 watt motor. The US version of the FF500 can go up to 20 miles per hour, which is for regulatory reasons, but I wish it did go up to 25 miles per hour like some of the other e-bikes we have tested here. Powering the 500 watt motor is a 48 volt, 14 amp hour lithium ion battery. I'm glad they upsized the battery from the typical 36 volt on their e-bike lineup. This is a removable battery, so it makes it easier to store, especially in the winter time. You can use the key to lock and unlock the battery. You can either charge the battery separately or just plug it in directly to the frame. The 14 amp hour capacity is pretty typical in this e-bike class, and I expect to get somewhere in the vicinity of 25 to 30 miles with full throttle and 40 plus miles with just pedaling in the summer. The temperatures are really low here, and I got about 22 miles on mostly throttle mode with a full charge, which is what I expect from the size in the winter temperature. It takes 6 to 8 hours to fully charge the battery. DYU is using disc brakes on both the front and rear of this e-bike. These brakes are a bit noisy but effective. These brakes do work really well and helps you come to a complete stop even from a full speed. As soon as you press on the brake levers, motor shuts down for safety. The biggest benefit of the e-bike compared to the others are these large 20 inches by 4 inches off-road capable fat tires. These tires have some high quality tread and can easily allow you to go between different surfaces. We plan on testing some true off-road capabilities in the summer and we'll make a follow-up video. For now, going between paved and grass surface is really easy with those large fat tires. The cockpit of this electric bike is a pretty typical cockpit that we see on this class. I do wish the handlebars were a little bit longer, but they do the job done, especially for the purpose of this electric bike. It's mainly for commuting and a light off-roading. Towards the right, we have a thumb throttle. I'm a big proponent of thumb throttle. I do prefer them over the twist throttle, so I was really glad this bike had a thumb throttle. They're using a 7-speed Shimano system, and this is another upgrade from the typical DYU e-bikes because they have a single gear system and they do not come with a 7-speed gearing system. So I was really happy to see that they included the Shimano system. They are using the Tourney from Shimano, and this is more of a low end for electric bikes, but it also does a job done, and we have had electric bike with the Tourney system held up for a really long time. Towards the middle is this large center screen, and this is a big upgrade. This is a very, very large screen. We typically see this type of screens on a higher end electric bike like the KBO Bridge or the KBO Ranger that we have reviewed. So I was really happy to see this again integrated on this DYU's FF500 electric bike. Towards the left, we have this control where you can control the center screen setting. Also, you can go between different pedal assist mode. This bike offers 3 pedal assist mode by default, and you can increase or decrease more pedal assist mode by going to the settings. Now let's talk about the frame of this electric bike. Just look at it. They made so many design changes to make this electric bike totally different than any of the other electric bike that they sell on their website. First of all, they added that heavy duty rear rack, and that rear rack has multiple support points so that it can actually hold 25 kgs. So that's more than 50 pounds that this rear rack can hold, which is way above typical of what we find these days with 22 pound to 30 pound load. So that's really good and impressive. And the design choice, they made it a step through. At the same time, this is a very big electric bike, so it is good for all ages. You can adjust the handle, you can fold it, you can also fold the frame in the middle, making it very portable. And one of the big thing that we have been asking for this e-bike manufacturer is the suspension seat post. And finally we have one. So this is a suspension seat post that helps you absorb those bumps. I mean, they have the front fork suspension, but having the seat post is a huge deal because you can absorb all the shocks that you are going through with the bumps everywhere. So that is really nice design choice. So very impressive design choice. Overall, they have a headlight in the front. They do have a tail light in the back, but it is not a actual tail light. It's just a reflector. So I do wish that they had included a tail light that is actually functional, but the reflector does a really good job at night. It comes with full fenders, so that is another big thing. Sometimes this e-bike manufacturer try to cut costs and they try to sell you the fenders separately, but this one actually comes with it. So that is a really good thing. And then finally, we have got these pedals here. These are foldable pedal, so it makes it a little bit easy to pack and take this electric bike everywhere. And then last but not least, we got this heavy duty kickstand. I mean, this is a really good kickstand, and we have talked about other electric bikes being cheap on the kickstand and putting a flimsy one, but not DYU here. They did a really good job. The seat saddle, which is called airbag, is also the most comfortable saddle we have seen in any e-bikes. Overall, this is an amazing electric bike and the best out of all the other e-bikes we have reviewed from DYU. This is very practical e-bike that is commuter friendly, but also powerful and capable for some off-roading. DYU has a great customer service, and they are one of the largest e-bike manufacturers in the world and have produced a lot of other brand e-bikes you see in the market that look alike. I like the removable battery, high power motor, suspension seat post, large front LCD screen, and of course, the large fat tires. I wish the speed was higher, the handlebars were longer, and came with an optional front basket. That will do it for today's review. Please come back again soon for another e-bike review like this in our channel.